Hi everyone and welcome back to Arctic RC. Today a bit more serious than other times. Let's call this video Dangerous FPV Flying Part 2. The first video that I posted, I told people about my opinion about this pushing the limits, flying higher and longer, and you push the limit so hard that you can't even see your own aircraft or your own model. You just fly with vision on your goggles and so on. And of course, this is fun, perhaps for some people, and it's also quite extreme. But now it's happened, and one drone crashed with a small plane yesterday. It hit the wheelbase of the plane, and people are starting to get quite scared. If you're thinking about Norway and the population, how many people we are, Norway is the country that has the most drones during the population, or how many peoples we are in one country. And people are pushing limits. The DJI has limits. You can fly 400 meters up in the air, and you can't fly near commercial airports or larger airports. I only use this for aerial filming and filming nature and capture a bit of the history that we have nearby here. So we're not going to talk about me and what I'm doing. The problem is that the last time I posted a video on dangerous FPV flying, people was more concerned about the large helicopter that I'm flying, but that's where you have the problem. Problem is that people see what they want to see. They don't understand the problem. And me flying a helicopter is not the problem, because I don't fly my 700 helicopter in the city or overhead, or putting FPV gears on it and flying it to the other side of the island where I can't see it. I just steer it with my goggles. That would have been crazy and just really fucked up. I'm sorry the language. So I fly my helicopters at a closed airfield where I have the permission to fly my helicopter, and when I fly the helicopter I make sure that no one is in front of it or close behind me other than my cameraman, which know when things goes wrong. So together with me we can escape if the helicopter falls down, but you never know. There's always a risk in everything that you do. Even my 64 cubic S-Pack can go in the ground, hopefully not where I'm standing, but it can go in the ground with radio signal loss or something like that, other things that can go wrong. So everything you do with the RC equipment has a risk to it. And when you then try to push the limits, you're not only breaking your own equipment, you will break the opportunity for everybody else to try and have fun with this. The last year, racing quads has, the sale of racing quads has exploded. But this is okay, because these are not people that want to push limits on the height or flying near an airport or so on. They like to fly between trees and they make obstacle courses and so on, and they have a good fun with it. But these quads will also be banned if you guys out there that like to push the limits keep on doing this. It's not only for you, it's a whole world of FPV flying, and people like this. But the rules are, and so have the United States were the first one to control the drone flying or the quad flying, and the rule is you cannot fly any further than you can see your equipment. That means if you fly this DJI Phantom, you can fly it like 500-600 meters away, and then you will see a little spot. It will be just a little spot for you if you don't have insane good eyes. You can't fly this 1 kilometer away and tell me that you can see it, because that's not the truth. 1 kilometer away you cannot see what's forward or backward or sidewards on this quadcopter. But then again, I'm not the one telling you that you can't do this, but I'm begging you, do not ruin the experience for everybody else that want to try out this. And if you're new and if you're thinking about buying yourself a quad for flying, filming, do so and have a good time. But do not put long-range FPV system on it and try to conquer limits and try to fly it like 8 kilometers away just to try to do it, see if you can do it. It's just stupid. One way or another, the drone will fall down, your plane will fall down. And you, as you were talking about in my previous videos, you were like, hey, it's just a foam plane. How can that? How can it damage or how can it harm any people if it falls down? Well, in many ways. You have to consider that you have a battery in it. You have a LiPo battery, and this battery is highly explosive if it breaks. Let's see if you hit a tree house or something like that, and there's something sharp in your foamy that puts a hole in your battery. You can burn up a whole house, even a whole village, if you're flying in crowded built village. If you hit someone in the head with it, how much does that battery weigh? You have to think about all the aspects, not only the foam plane, how light the foam plane is, and it can't kill anyone, it can't harm anyone. You have to think about everything. You have equipment on this plane or this quad. Not only is it expensive, but that's not for me to care about, but I care about the safety. And Arctic RC, even though that we film a lot of crashes, we film a lot of things that we do on purpose just to have fun, but we do it in a controlled environment. We know what we are doing, and if people want to crash, we will give them a crash, but we plan it and we do it in controlled circumstances or environments. We can talk about this all day long, but my only wish is for you guys that see this video, do not try to push limits, do not try to fly a long range FPV. If you're going to do it, make sure that you have your papers in order. In order. Apply for doing what you are doing. There are CAA, you have radio, some radio unions. I'm not sure the name in English, but you have many things that you have to have on place before you can do this. Flying long range FPV is not legal in Norway because you only have permission to fly down to 25 milliwatts on your transmitter, the video transmitter. Most people in Norway that I know, they fly with 500 or 600, and I can easily say I fly with 250, but that won't give me that super range. I can fly for about 1 kilometer and so on before I'm starting to get cutoffs in my goggles. But that's not important for me. I don't want to fly that far. I want to fly and capture things on my camera that I can make stunning videos of and show this to the people that live nearby here, so that they can see, oh, that place, I love that place, it's so beautiful, and now I can even see it from the air. So try to understand what you're doing, try to understand your equipment, try to understand the full responsibility that you have every time you take your radio, every time you take something up in the air and you're going to fly with it. It's not anyone else other than you and your responsibility for what you're doing. So if you would like to fly 6 kilometers not seeing your aircraft, that's up to you. But think about this, you will ruin it for everybody else, because now even Norway will start making regulation for drone flying. It will make it even harder. And what happens? Yes, it's harder to sell the drones from the stores that have them. They lose a lot of money because they can't. Many shops lately has closed down because we even buy all our stuff from China because we think it's cheaper there. So many Norwegian stores has been put down, and only the largest one can cope with the market outside Norway today. So, but I wasn't going to talk about that. And the biggest problem is that in the end, drone flying will be banned, and in worst case also RC flying, model flying could be banned. More strict rules, harder to go out on the airfield. It will take away the fun that we have because everything has to be so secured that when you take up when you fly an airplane, you have to have like 3 or 4 person next to you telling you what to do, and we don't want that. We want to have fun. We want to enjoy the possibilities that we have with the drones, and that possibility is not to fly 8 kilometers away or 8 kilometers up in the air, because that's crazy. There's nothing up there to see. It's not beautiful. Everybody has been on a plane. It's just clouds. Showing pictures, you're going to have a hell of a good camera to show pictures from 800,000 meters up in the air. So, but these are my opinions, and I hope that you guys understand. Think of the whole aspect, think of the whole process of FPV flying. Not only that you're flying a foamy, or I'm flying my 700 size helicopter. I know my security risk. I know what I have to do, and I follow the rules. I see you guys later. Bye.